Hello, everybody, and welcome to False Prophets. I'm Phil
It's
Risden,
your boy Manny Perez.
and we are here to talk about a lot. But first, we
Yeah,
want to give some condolences.
definitely.
Obviously, if any of you are rap fans, you know that somebody passed away. R.I.P. to PnB Rock.
Yeah, man.
A great artist. He's not somebody that I listen to all the time, but I will admit that I had heard about him, and I know
Yeah.
he was trying to like really get back and kind of do some good shit. So
hmm
it's a shame when you're just trying to like eat with your family, hang out with your people, and something like this has to happen.
It's fucked up, man, because it's like this is constantly happening,
Yeah.
and it's just like I think within the span of like since 2019, we've just been seeing a lot of famous people, a lot of rappers just dying.
It's crazy. Like honestly, like I remember because that's the thing about us. We're millennials, so we've
Yeah.
seen when things went from like the regular age to the internet age. You
hmm
know what I mean? And we grew up with rappers being dead and stuff like that. We had Big Pun, Biggie, Tupac,
Right.
and numerous others. There's a lot of different people who passed
Right.
away. But it was never really like this.
Yeah. The internet is just a dangerous place, and
It
that's what people
yeah,
fail to realize.
it's crazy, man.
Like the fact that you can just locate somebody with an instant. You can easily have like your locations on for mistake, and
Yep.
then somebody like your ops, as they say, they catch you, and you're slipping,
Yep.
and then boom, like you lose your life, and like for what? For a chain?
Bro.
Like for street cred? Like what is that street cred gonna do for you once you're out there? Like okay, boom, PnB Rock is dead. Whoever shot him, fuck you, whatever. Now what? Like,
Yeah.
are you gonna be praised on the block? Nah, you gotta be hiding now. Like,
Exactly.
there's no way you can show your face for a while. And plus, the people who know that you did it,
Oh yeah.
most likely is gonna snitch on you because all that shit circles right back.
Oh yeah, and then I mean, you got to even think like, how are you? So you stole his chain. How are you gonna sell that now?
Exactly.
Because it's hot. They know
Oh yeah, I
exactly.
found it in the street.
Yeah,
Come
like
on.
come on, man. And I even heard the LAPD was warning all the pawn shops to keep an eye out for
Look
for
at
the
that.
chain. So it's just like you got to think about it. Like I think to a lot of like hood dudes, a lot of stuck up kids, it does seem like this glamorous idea,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But nah, man, it's somebody's life. It's
Yeah.
somebody's life, and this is a high profile person's life,
High profile.
which is why you got to think about it even more. Like, don't get me wrong, the cops and shit don't really give a shit about black people. They definitely don't really care that much about rappers, but the people care about rappers. And after a while, it's gonna add up.
it's crazy though because like when you and it wasn't even his fault, to tell you the truth. It was
Yeah.
and everybody was trying to like defend his girl, but it was honestly his girl's fault.
Mhm.
She's the one that basically took a picture of the food they were eating and posted where they were at. And people was trying to defend her, but the thing about it is that she had like the
Mm.
tendency to constantly do these things.
Yeah,
And then he was actually on a podcast with academics,
yeah,
and he explained to academics that she basically did that shit. Like she was like, "Oh, let's stop in this location," and he was like, "Nah, chill." Like I don't want to be here right now because
Yeah,
he
yeah.
felt off. He knew something was wrong, and then the car followed him all the way to where they were going.
yeah,
and shit.
yeah, yeah.
Thankfully, he didn't. Like that happened to him then, but like look what happened now, just because of her stupid mistakes.
Well, I get that, but at the same time, I'm not the hugest fan of that narrative. I understand it, and it is a rational one. Obviously, like if she's out with him, putting where he's gonna be at, like
Right.
people could be looking at his shit. But at the same time, I mean, like, listen, it could have been that, or it could have had nothing to do with that. They could have just walked by
Right.
and just saw a PnB Rock in there. I think another thing, like number one, she's going through enough because I believe they had a child too
Yeah. they
together.
did.
So she's going through
Yeah, they
enough, and listen, she's just a regular woman trying to live her regular ass life. And even though she's with a guy like that, you know what I mean? She doesn't understand like how you have to move
'Cause
as
she doesn't
that
have
certain type
celebrity
of person.
status.
She doesn't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
celebrity status. She doesn't have street status. She
Right.
doesn't have. She's just like, hey, let's go to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
But it's common
He-
sense though.
Yeah, but like a lot of women, bro, it's like they want you to do that type of stuff with them. I want to go out, like, and she's not thinking about it. Like, she is thinking like, yo, it could be crazy. Yeah, he's a rapper or whatever, but she's thinking like, that's whatever. Like, that's a 1 in a million shot. But in LA,
In
and I believe
LA,
in Crenshaw
yes.
at the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, that specific one too. They said specifically that one's a little crazy.
Right.
Like, yeah, but I also think too, there needs to be a little bit of thought of like all these rappers who decide to wear such gaudy shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not for nothing, if PnB Rock came there and he probably wasn't wearing a chain, just having like one regular ass watch that looked nice but not that crazy, you know what I mean? These fucking these savages wouldn't be like licking their fucking chops, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To get at him, like he was a quick mark, bro. It's like this dude just covered in jewels and gold and shit, and it's like, and that nigga's rich, so I can get street cred and this easy money.
Yeah,
that's how they're seeing it.
I mean,
you know,
I agree with that. You know, I still stand on what I said, but then also I agree to the point that it's like his fault because I hate to say shit like that, you know, talk like that when people passed away. But the issue is, it's like when you have that sort of celebrity status, don't fucking go nowhere. Just go home.
Yeah,
you know, have your driver pick up the chicken and waffles, eat that shit in the car.
I know,
you know?
But you know, women they don't want to eat in the car.
No, but
they don't want to eat in the car. They don't want to eat at home.
You don't have that celebrity status. He does. Think about him at least. But don't think about yourself.
But a lot of times they're not thinking about him in that same way.
Exactly.
And that no, you're right. You
know, what's crazy is
they just like the limelight. They don't like they don't understanding how crazy it can actually be. You know, I know this motherfucker. He's getting riled up because PnB Rock. That was his boy. He's like, yo, don't talk shit about my nigga's girl, bro.
Yo, but I want to add that Ice-T actually posted. He was like, yo, I'm tired of talking to the hood because y'all not paying attention. Like back when it was, I think, it was some sort of athletic event. I don't know if it was a Super Bowl. I doubt it was a Super Bowl. Maybe it was
the ESPYs or something.
Like I think it was. Man, I forgot. But long story short, he said like, yo, for the celebrities that are gonna come out here, like be careful because there's about, I think he said like 5,000 different gangs in LA alone.
Yeah.
So like, you know, don't come over here flaunting, basically saying, don't come out or no, you know, don't come here doing this and that, because LA is not like a normal place. It's different.
Well, that's the thing too. Like I think, you know, I've never been to LA, but you can tell like, you know, the gang culture, like crime really does rule that city.
Right.
In a way that it doesn't rule like other cities. Like crime used to rule New York too.
Yeah, because of the mafia.
Because of the mafia, and that's basically what like the Bloods and Crips are out there. The gangs are essentially the mafia, and because it's not just rappers that have to deal with these people, bro. It's like you know you hear stories about all kinds of celebrities, not just black celebrities, like white celebrities and shit.
Yeah,
owing different people money and shit like that, and not just in rap, man, like in all different types of music.
Yeah.
You better believe if Ed Sheeran has some weird ass video of him doing some weird shit, Whack 100 has a copy. Okay,
has a copy of him crip walking or some shit.
Yeah, some weird shit, crip walking, saying the N word. You know what I mean? Some weird ass shit
when
like
your legs don't crip like it used to before. You're like, what?
They're crazy, bro.
Oh shit.
They really own that city, and it has bad consequences. Really bad consequences.
It sucks, man. I hate it. You know, I'm tired of hearing about like these like senseless acts, man, of violence. It just makes no fucking sense, man.
That's why people talk about like, yo, I want New York to go back to the old New York, and it's like, do you?
Nah.
Do you actually like? Because were you here?
Mean, but they're not wording it
exactly. They're not
exactly. Yeah. I don't want that.
You want the authentic New York back. You don't want the old New York.
I don't want
There's
that.
Two different types.
You know what it was back in the days and everything, especially during like junior high school, like that era. I was such a punk because I was such a nerd in school. I think I told you many times, but like. You know what it is, like me leaving school and I have an umbrella and I'm like, oh, it's raining, you know, we're being dismissed. And then this homeboy like, yo, man, you don't want that. And I looked at him and I'm like, no, nigga, go ahead. I got a hoodie on. Like, and you know what it is? Yo, I'm talking about you had to like watch your back all the time. You're running home. You're running to the bus and shit. God, you don't want that old school New York to come back.
Fuck all that.
I blame 50 Cent for that shit.
Of course.
Because when 50 came out, man, oh my God.
Everybody went crazy.
Everybody was just wanted to be a thug.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn, like, come on. Even like
it's like, how come you guys don't listen to Ja Rule? Please. Help me.
Yo, come on, man.
Please.
Come on, dog.
Like,
that whole shit, hell no. Fuck that. Fuck that. I mean, it builds you, though. You know, it made me into who I am today and shit. But still, like, nobody wants to go back to
you don't want senseless bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, even when I moved here in, like, 2011, I'd say, 2011, 2010, like end of 2010.
Okay.
And like, so that was kind of like the tail end of it. I lived in Flatbush and shit, so you still see some crazy shit go down.
Yeah.
But yeah, even then, like, it was still getting better, and it's just like, I don't want it to go back to when I first moved there, bro, and how wild it was, bro. Like,
Flatbush hasn't changed for shit, man.
It really hasn't.
You still see a bunch of Jamaicans just chasing each other with
with
just
machetes and wild shit, bro. Oh my god.
Shit. Man, I'm telling you, bro.
I mean, did I ever tell you? I told you that story where like it was like in July. It wasn't the 4th of July, but it was in July. And you know, I'm from the fucking suburbs, so I'm hearing all these fucking pops happen outside, and people are doing fireworks outside. So, so like I'm like, yo, there's fireworks, but there's no colors coming out. You know? And one of my boys was like, nigga, that's not fireworks. and next thing you know, like, yo, like I'm telling you, like 20 minutes later, there was like body bags and fucking like draped over covers, because it was a lot. It started off as like pop, 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 pop. So you thought it was like a bottle rocket, and it was like brrrr, brrrr, dot, dot. Bro, it's crazy. It was crazy, bro.
Nah, man.
It was an actual like for real like street fight, like a war outside, bro.
I'm gonna tell you this one story. So back in the days, like the projects I lived in and stuff, you know, each project they'll do like Marcy Day, Brevoort Day, and stuff like that. You know, shout out to Brevoort. And I remember this one specific Brevoort Day. This is when I lived like on the 6th floor, but I was in the outside, so I can see the street. So I was on the 6th floor, and I see like they usually block the streets and stuff like that. But this one candy orange paint Cadillac came out of nowhere. He was just driving slow, bust the illest Huey, threw a Molotov at another fucking Cadillac or whatever it was.
Whoa!
It was a pink one, and burnt the whole shit. The whole smoke was going inside my apartment. And it was like the candy paint orange one just drove off. So it was like some gang shit.
Yeah,
but
some real
like
shit.
I was like right here, you see 10-year-old.
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck did I do?
That? And my mom was like, get down. Like, yo, it was nuts, bro.
Yo,
it was nuts. Like,
that's wild, bro. That's some real
fuck
shit.
old school New York. Shit, hell no, I would never do that shit.
Yeah, bro. We don't need that shit, man. And
like,
no, like there's no reason for all this violence to still be going on and shit. And I get it, man. Like especially since since COVID,
right?
People have gotten bold because they're so hungry, they're so desperate for shit, you know. And especially with COVID, there was nobody out on the streets, so people were just wilding. It's like, oh, nigga, no witnesses. Come on, we back.
Dude, you saw it on TV,
Wild,
even on World Star Hip Hop. Dudes will dead ass go to like the west side of Manhattan, these nice little restaurants. Dudes just go on a moped. People are eating outside, like, yo, run your shit.
Right here,
boom,
right
boom,
now.
boom. It's like, yo, COVID brought that shit back out.
Bro, it made people hungry, bro.
Man.
It made people hungry in a way that was crazy. I mean, I've seen tons of videos like they roll up in a moped, or they just walk up to the table, press the gun to you.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you don't want to take that chance.
Nah, you don't.
Because some nigga might really be willing to throw his life away. Completely. Completely. Like, that's the thing. That's the thing that I think people don't really realize is like, yo, like, don't mess with these people who are mugging you when they get the full-on drop on you.
Yeah.
Especially like Joe Budden was talking about it on his podcast today.
Right.
And he was just talking about if they really get like, they're this close. Like, don't even mess with it. Because there's certain people, bro, who just... they don't give a fuck about their own life, bro.
Yeah. Or
they just don't know how the world works. They will blow your fucking dome off, take your shit, leave, and then just hope the cops don't come by. That's real shit.
Like that's what real people do. Fuck if the cops come by.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, it's fucking nuts, man. Like,
and just be like, yo, that's me.
I had this is crazy because I had this one passenger one time. It was this young cat. He was on the phone with his friends and everything, and like I guess he like robbed somebody or some shit. But this was like probably like 5 years ago. And the kid was like, yeah, you know, like he did this and that. And then the person on the phone, I guess, told him like, yo, you better stop before you go to jail. Yep. And then the person was like, man, I don't give a fuck. I'll go to jail. That shit is fun.
Yeah.
What the fuck is fun about that shit?
I know. It's like,
we just saw this fucking, what was the name of the show?
I'm a Killer.
I'm a Killer on Netflix.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
bro, this shit is traumatic.
It's traumatic as fuck. You see these dudes.
He's calling jail fun.
Oh my gosh, man.
Tell me you get your butt played with without telling me you get your butt played with. You're saying jail is fun. You're out of your fucking
Every time he
mind.
walks, there's a sudden breeze coming out from his backside.
Bro, like, no. And that's the thing too. It's just like, yo, like these people, a lot of these people, bro, they don't care. It's like that shit. In a way, it really is fun for them, bro. And it's just like that's how they like get their kicks. I mean, how do most criminals get caught? By talking about the crime that they did.
Too much. Yep.
By just going, like, they do some shit and then they run to their boys, they smoke weed and be like, yo, I just shot this nigga for no reason, bro.
Why do you think,
took his shit, bro. It's crazy.
Why do you think that now, like, the court system, they're using like lyrics for rappers and shit like that?
Bro, this shit is real.
I mean, in reality, like,
that one's
I have
fucked
mixed
up.
feelings on it.
Yeah.
But then it's like like there's people that actually say like, oh yeah, I shot this person on this corner.
Yeah, and then go
I
out
got
and
away
rap
with
about
it.
it.
know, and it's just like, how can you ignore that?
Yeah.
Now I have to like actually do an investigation because I'm gonna
true.
tie you up to this person and that person.
Exactly.
That's that Rico type shit.
People snitch
you
on
know?
themselves, man.
Yeah,
I mean, you watch all these like arrest documentaries or whatever the fuck,
Right.
48 hours, all that shit.
Right.
The way it happens is the person was walking around talking about what just happened to a bunch of other people, bro. Like
Yep.
even that I'm a killer shit, man. Like one of the things, this guy, he was trying to be all gangster, same type of shit.
Yeah.
Trying to be all gangster, trying to be all cool. He robs somebody and then ends up killing them anyway. Just
Jeez.
because. Like they gave him everything that he wanted. And he's like, you're going to let me go, right? And just shoots the dude. You know what I mean? And he was with another guy who didn't even know any of this shit was going to be happening.
Jeez.
So now he's just carried into it. But the dude who shot everybody, he's like, oh, yeah, like they bury the body. And he's like, all right, like, I know just the right place to go after they're done burying the body. And they go over to one of his friends' house. And he just starts telling his friends about how he killed somebody and robbed them and everything and blah, 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 blah. And bro, like his friends were so shocked that they called the police. Now he's in prison for the rest of his life. He's been in prison for 25 years now. If he didn't say anything, it would have just been some random act of violence
Right.
that would have never happened. So it's like, stop snitching.
Another person's body that
Yeah.
they can't fucking find and shit.
Don't do wrong. Don't do
Yeah.
wrong first off. But if you are, stop snitching. Stop snitching,
Man,
bro.
snitch, bro. I
These-
don't want people like that in the streets, bro.
These people don't care, man. I mean, PnB Rock, somebody shot him, and then somebody took video instead of calling the police.
That's fucking.
The
nuts,
first thing they
bro.
did was they call it video.
I
These
ain't
people want attention, man.
Yeah.
They want attention.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Clout.
I watched the video, but
Just
I
start a
didn't.
YouTube channel, nigga. Come on. We're doing it.
I watched the video,
Cut
but I
some
didn't
shorts.
know that he passed because like I didn't read the whole thing. It was like
Yeah.
he was shot. So I'm thinking like, oh shit, the video they're probably gonna show him like holding his arm or his leg.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, who's
Nope.
this person on the floor? And it was clearly him.
Yeah.
And little by little, he was just losing his life, bro. I took that shit off right away. I didn't want that shit, I didn't really want to see that.
I didn't
shit.
even see the video, and I'm
No,
glad
I don't
I
watch
didn't.
it, man.
I'm
It's-
glad I
it's just
didn't
sad.
because
It's just sad because I immediately took it off. I didn't finish it.
yeah.
Immediately took it off, but RIP to him, man.
Yeah,
because-
no, definitely,
and
definitely.
come on, man. I just hope this whole shit changes, man. I hope like this. Yo, if you have beef with somebody, just knuckle it up.
Yeah.
Just knuckle it up. Like again, like we said before, man. If you don't got them hands, then just don't speak. Don't talk at all. Like,
Exactly.
for real, just shut the fuck up.
Ex-
Just keep it moving, and that's it.
And guys, let's try to move a little bit smarter out in LA because apparently these niggas move different.
Bro.
These niggas move different
LA is a
out
different
here.
species.
It's a whole different species of people. Speaking of LA, we got the whole Ray J airing out all the dirty laundry on Kim Kardashian.
Man,
That was great.
that was hilarious.
As far
that
as
made
like,
my night.
oh man, as far
Did
as
you
like
watch
black
the-
man news, you know what I mean? That was like great.
Did you
man.
see the IG live?
Oh yeah.
I caught a glimpse.
Oh, it was
of
great.
I was driving and everything, and I was just like, "Oh shit!" And I'm listening
Bro.
to it. And he went off, but this is not. This is something that we already knew.
Oh
but
yeah.
it's like now they're airing it out
No,
because
he
I think the
solidified
general
it, though.
public knows
yeah.
that. Come on, they did this shit.
Yeah.
But now he's actually saying it because you're demeaning this man's name. Like
Yeah.
you're fucking destroying his whole like self being.
Yeah,
like I'm glad that this is happening to the Kardashians, but the reality is nothing is gonna happen to them.
No,
This is just
nothing's
gonna be probably another
nothing's gonna
episode
happen.
in the Kardashian show, whatever the fuck.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
and then what's so funny is I loved reading some of the comments on there and stuff, and they were like, because we were saying like, oh, they did this all just to get famous, and then somebody was like, oh, so like that's bullshit. They had the show already before the tape came out, and it's like, okay,
What?
so they just tarnished a black man's reputation for no reason. Then
Yeah.
it's like, what leg do you have to stand
I
on?
mean, it's
either one. It doesn't
okay,
matter.
even
when
if
the
they
thing came.
did, all that shit does is just
Doesn't
more,
matter.
Yeah, it's more content
They're pieces of shit.
just to make them more famous.
Yeah, it's like you can't really,
Just think about it like this: with the Breakfast Club, and this is a story that Charlamagne and them they always talk about. Like DJ Envy said, he was like, yeah, if it wasn't for Ray J, like we probably wouldn't have had this job. Because remember he went to the Breakfast Club where he was just like all drunk and shit,
Oh yeah.
talking about how Fab did coke and all this.
Yeah,
other
yo,
crazy
shout
shit.
out to Ray J,
Yeah,
bro. He
shout
makes
out to Ray
niggas
J, man.
careers,
Come
bro.
on, he's a content
He
king,
gives you,
bro. He's a content
he
king.
gives you content,
He
bro.
gives you straight content.
He gives you
Yo,
content.
it's this man. I love
Bestows
seeing Ray J.
content
I
on
wish
the-
I could
on the
meet him one
people.
day, man. I remember when he was on Complex during an interview with Speedy, and then he was just like, "Yeah, these glasses don't break." And then he was like, "Can I see?" And then he snaps it, and he goes, "So."
I love a man with that much conviction.
Yeah, bro.
Also, too, I want to say what was so funny about him going live and airing out Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
It was entertaining that he was exposing all this shit, but it was even funnier that he was yelling at his friend for not scrolling quick enough.
Yeah.
Every
He's like, what the fuck
seconds,
is he doing? Don't give me that shit.
He's like, nigga, hurry up.
He's like, I'm trying to type her name.
Yeah. Which is so funny because I'm like, you know what? Ray J's right in this instance.
Yeah.
Because he's like, this kid obviously isn't paying attention.
Oh my God.
Because his friend is like texting while he should be doing the scrolling. While he's trying to do, he's like, nigga, you on the phone right now? We're the most important thing on the internet right here, right now. And you're still on Twitter. Like, what are you talking about?
I loved it though. I loved everything
So
that
funny.
happened during that whole shit.
So great. It's
he aired out the dude that did like the whole lie detector test on the Kardashians. Supposedly that dude was a fucking liar. Like he's not really like he's been caught doing mad fucking illegal shit, mad low key shit. This guy's a fraud. You know, mad fraudulent shit he got caught doing, and then Ray J aired him out. He aired his name out too. Well, and then he basically said, look him up on the internet so you see that I'm not lying.
Yeah.
You know, but like pardon me. One thing that I was just thinking about, I'm like, what is Kanye thinking about all
I was
this?
going to say, that's the thing. Like, that's what I really want to know.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of love about this the most, is now you realize that Kanye is not crazy.
He's not.
It's like, yo, like, there's a reason why he should feel threatened about his daughters and his sons being around this family, and more importantly, around their grandmother.
Yeah.
It's not even really Kim. It's like the mother is the matriarch of the whole thing, orchestrating the whole entire thing. And it's like, bro, like, if she's willing to make a sex tape for her daughter, make 2, possibly even 3 or 4, watch them, and then pick which one is best for her daughter, bro. Like, who knows what she's willing to do with those kids and shit, and why you wouldn't want to be in something so bad.
Give Kanye his kids, man.
My next question, though, is, Kanye, why would you even have children with somebody like that?
I mean,
I think that's the best question.
Yes.
But we can be real. You know, why would you have children with somebody like that?
Kanye's ego. And also, it's just his mental health. I think that's what caused him to be like, you know, people were probably saying like, yo, don't do it. But then he's like, don't tell me what to do, because if you say no, I'm going to say yeah.
Well, I think
you know what I mean? Because nobody can tell Kanye what to do.
I think it's that, but I think it's also there's certain like type of like status. Like he wants this crazy like vixen girl that's like almost like the American royal family type shit. Like I'm the great, like I do think they actually legitimately do love each other. I actually do. But I do think they use each other's status for a certain, you know, to a certain amount. Like, I think he wanted her for how public and how huge she is. And I think she wanted him to build legitimacy in her. Because before him, she was just like, you know, I think a lot of people held her as like vapid. A lot of women loved her, but they loved the reality show. And it's just like
they known
tabloid.
Her as the daughter of the lawyer who got OJ Simpson.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, and she makes this great reality show, and we love this family. But when you have Kanye as her husband, now she has this crossover appeal that even men are paying attention to everything that she's doing and all this different shit. And it brings her up into a different echelon of like, this makes her surpass like the Paris Hilton mentality. Yeah. Of like, I'm just like a drunk girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that's. I think
it's like, oh, this is a dynasty.
Everybody was
equating
her to that. Like, I guess she wanted something else, but it's just like
it gives her legitimacy.
You're trying to become a lawyer now. Why didn't you just do that shit before? People would have known you as, oh, here's this woman who's trying to basically become what her dad was before.
Well, because you know, being a public defender doesn't cover those BBLs. Okay, let's just be real here. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I love how we was talking when Phil Hunt was
real
here.
Money.
I remember Phil Hunt showed me a picture of basically like her next to Mewtwo. And they both had like
the same body,
those same waist with the skinny legs, and it just looked disgusting from the back. Shout out to Phil Hunt.
Let's be real though, Mewtwo thick as hell. Yeah, let's be real, Mewtwo's thick as fuck. Like,
I tap.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Mewtwo been working out, doing Pilates and shit, like, out here in these streets. All right.
Oh shit!
Catch Mewtwo in these streets. I swear to God.
It's funny. Imagine like Mewtwo was like, I don't even know, but supposedly Mewtwo's a boy, but it's like with that.
Not
waist,
with that ass.
Not with that ass.
I'll tell you right now.
Oh shit!
Mewtwo is a they them for sure.
But it's true, man.
That nigga non-binary.
Yo, funny thing. Talking about ass, man. I want to talk about like this Florida teacher who was basically twerking.
Oh yeah.
On like a student, and what was it?
I heard
prom
about
or
that.
Some
yeah,
shit?
They were turning up at Magic City, or as I like to call it, Florida High School.
Yo, but The funniest thing is that this was a Christian school.
Yeah.
And then like supposedly like she was trying to like give this kid like her straw and like, yo, sip from this cup.
Well, you know,
and
Christians party the hardest.
Yeah. Yo, but the funniest thing is like, yo, why would a Christian school have alcohol in the back? And they said the principal was like, yo,
blood of Christ.
when the kids is going
Okay. They're trying to teach these children.
They're like, yeah, it's wine.
Yeah,
like, yeah, right.
Here's the blood and here's the body. They take this shit out.
Yo, but the crazy thing is that it was the kid that snitched her out.
I know. It makes you think, it's like, how busted do you got to be for the kid to rat out the teacher? You know what I mean?
The kid probably like jizzed on himself. He was like, I didn't even think it was going to be like this. Not my first time, no. And then you see, like, she's twerking on the kid, and I bet you all the professors was just like, hey. Because none of them snitched.
Oh, yeah.
Not even the principal. It was the child.
Yeah.
Like, damn, you have to be that traumatized.
Bro,
like,
he probably hit that shit and was like, yo, this shit mid. It's just like, police, I got a criminal here.
Is this supposed to smell like that? Like, oh, God.
This shit mid as hell.
Dude, man, but she got in trouble many times, though. This wasn't the first time. So she was one of those, like, creepy-ass
repeat
teachers
offenders,
and shit.
bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's so funny that it's like, it's always only dudes that get portrayed as that.
Yeah.
But then every time, I feel like it's every other week.
Right.
It's almost in the same way that like men are school shooters.
Yeah.
Like female teachers fuck students. It's like you hear it every other week, so you get desensitized to it.
Right.
But it literally happens all the time. Like countless, like every fucking week there's another weird, crazy story.
Right.
It's just like, yeah, women are creepy too, dude.
Yeah, man.
People have sad, creepy lives and they do crazy shit and shit happens. So.
Man, I just wish it was like that kindergarten teacher that we spoke about the last episode.
Yeah, right. I know. Well, she don't got to give up. No,
bro.
She got options.
I would not switch.
That's what I'm saying.
I would not snitch her.
Bro, the kindergarten teacher got options. Please. You know what I mean? Like if she fucks a kid, you know she really wanted to.
Oh hell
like
yeah.
that lady, the lady who got arrested, she has like no other options.
She looks funny as fuck.
She looks mad weird.
She has a square head.
Bitch look like Geodude.
She looks bitch look like a Roblox character.
Boxy as fuck.
Boxy as fuck.
You remember Cubics? Remember that?
Oh
the old robot who was built out of cubes. She looked like that shit.
Yo, but let's talk about options in England, man.
Yeah.
Look at the options that they
built like
got.
Brian Urlacher. she had a couple Super Bowl rings, if you know what I mean.
Yuck.
Sorry, go
Dude,
ahead.
Let's talk about the options that they picked, man. Hey, the Queen of England is dead.
She is.
And
I killed her.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
For my people.
Yeah, right.
Yo, but I just want to touch a little bit on that. It's just like a lot of people were just like, oh my gosh, the Queen. But the majority of the public was just like, fuck it. Yeah. All the fucked up shit that whole family has done for years.
Yeah. But it's not even that. It's just like, get over it. She died at 96. Dude, we come from America. We saw our president get shot in the head on live TV.
Yeah.
Okay? Stop your crying.
Yeah.
She's fine. You know?
And we saw, was it Reagan got shot in the stomach?
Yeah, exactly. Like niggas you
go
can get touched out here.
Niggas can get touched out here.
We're the LA of the Western world.
Oh my god.
Niggas get touched out here, dog.
Yo, man. Nah, but that shit is nuts, bro. But I honestly think that she's been dead. You remember when we covered that whole let me tell you, because you know the whole thing about she had COVID. And next thing you know, like the hologram and the whole carriage.
Well, dude, maybe that makes sense. Maybe that's where Harry went. He had to go undercover as secretly puppeteering his grandmother's corpse. So
like Bernie's day off.
Yeah. You know? So Weekend at Bernie's, because like, you know, so they do this whole thing. MI6, they're like, we're gonna set this cover where you and Megan have to go over to America, and you're leaving. You know what I mean? And we're gonna set up this Oprah thing so it looks real. And then after that, you're just gonna quietly go back to England and pretend. It's like a mixture of Weekend at Bernie's and Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh my god.
So occasionally when he gets a little tired or he has to do podcasting because him and his wife have a podcast for some reason.
Yeah. Like,
you know?
That's just fucking weird. What the fuck are they gonna talk about?
I don't know how to be extremely rich while having done nothing.
While having done nothing, and how like I feel out of place in this family. That's all you're gonna hear like for hundreds of episodes, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my god, Megan."
Yeah.
Fuck that. I don't really give a fuck about that family.
Exactly.
But the son now, this old fucking fart looking motherfucker. I don't even know. He looks the age of his mother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know his name, but the new king of England, that dude.
How funny would it be if the king had a heart attack like a week from now, and they had to just get another king,
and they gotta keep going until.
Because all of them are so fucking old, they just keep dying and dying
shit.
of natural causes too. It's like no one's assassinating them.
They're
just like one has a stroke.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Another one just goes down.
Fucking Zika comes back out.
Yeah, exactly.
He fucking takes one out. Dude, man,
it goes all the way down to like Slick Rick. They're like, we need anyone of royalty to be here.
And they get Slick Rick.
Yeah. They're like, anyway, anyone who's worn a crown before in a music video, come to Buckingham Palace and you can rule this country.
Oh man, I saw videos of this guy, the new king, and oh man, this guy, that whole family is just disturbing. He was like, it was a table, he had to sign something and shit, and he was like, just move that please, and something like that, and everybody was like, oh okay, and then like somebody left a pen, he was like, the pen. I'm like, yo, pick that shit up yourself, you fucking old
dude,
fart.
he's like the process of like
you?
inbreeding. Have you seen his weird little fucking Vienna sausage fingers?
Oh,
it's so fucking weird. They're like little pieces of bologna.
Oh,
you know,
man.
it's like it's insane. Yeah, he's
the whole family's fucking weird.
They just
they probably do fuck each other and just something.
Probably do.
Man.
Yeah. They all look like sausages.
Shout out to Princess Diana who was warning us.
Yeah,
and Michael Jackson also, who was warning us about how fucking crazy this family was.
And
I seen this interview where Michael Jackson was on. I think it was like an MTV interview, and they was like, "Yeah, you know, you met Princess Diana. How was that conversation?" "Oh no, we spoke about like what song and all this other shit." And then like. There's so what else did you speak about? He was like, I don't really want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
He was like, that bitch is crazy. She's the one who rapes more children than I do.
Oh my gosh. He said,
She's got me beat.
Yo, throw some clue bombs on that shit. that was heavy.
She's on the leaderboard. You know, it's like fucking. It's a tie between him, Epstein, and then her, and they just interswitch. It's like Drake, Kendrick, and Cole. They just keep switching with every single. Who knows who's gonna be the top this time?
Oh shit! That's funny, man. That's funny. Fuck yeah, but fuck that word family.
She's got the Peter Pan connect. You know, she's all English and shit, man.
Yo, that's crazy.
She
though.
goes to Narnia to get her children.
Peter Pan, real quick. So it's true, like they say that Peter Pan was like a rapey type of movie or some shit, or like pedophile-ish.
No,
like because he was old and he was around young children, some shit like that.
No, I mean they were just saying like I think it's just one of those rumors because people are like, oh, like somebody's writing about staying a kid forever or whatever. But if you watch I mean, who the fuck knows? Because I mean, the thing came out in like 1700 or 1800 or some
the
shit.
True story, yeah.
The all the books and stuff,
right,
and everything. But no, by all accounts, because I did see that one time and I kind of got into a rabbit hole of it,
right.
And like by all accounts, like even there's a movie about it that Johnny Depp is in. That shouldn't hurt this guy's case. There's a movie in it that Johnny Depp is in where he plays the author of the book. And he was kind of, they say those rumors, I guess, come out because he was friends with like a mother, like a widow, and like her 3 children. And they inspired the children in the books. But like, supposedly he like was possibly in love with the mother or some shit. And also too, like.
And the kids?
Well, yes. And the kids. You know, it was a whole foursome. They did, it's England, man, Europe. They're crazy. That's why we got away from them. They call us puritanical, but really they're just sinful, fucking, disgusting fuck demons. You know?
That's why their teeth are fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. Because all the kid fucking. You know, that'll rattle your chompers.
Oh, your chompers.
That'll rattle your chompers. A little bit of kid fucking there.
Oh man. Oh shit.
But no, supposedly it's just like no.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But that's that's one of those things. It's like you ever heard like people say like there's always the joke that like, oh, Batman's a pedophile because he adopts children.
Oh yeah,
it's like shit like that. Like it's like one of those things. It's like you're just reading too deeply into it.
Yeah.
A guy got paid by a company called Detective Comics, and they needed a sidekick because kids bought comic books at that age. That's why. He has no real reason to adopt a child in real life. That would never actually happen.
It's funny when you think about it though, because like the original Robin had like a full-on shirt, but then he had like
like a
underwear,
weird thong.
A thong.
He had booty shorts on.
He had booty shorts on. Fighting crime in booty shorts.
Dropping it like Megan Thee Stallion. Dropping it low.
Oh my god.
And getting shot at like Megan Thee
Like,
Stallion.
oh, hey,
Yo. Maybe we discovered. We're getting into some theories. Maybe we discover maybe Megan Thee Stallion is actually she's not a stallion. She's actually a robin. Maybe she's just been in training as a young vigilante.
Oh man,
this whole time, and that's how she got the wound. You know what I mean?
Keep going.
And she's just trying to build a cover right now, and who knows what Tory's into. Speaking of that, I believe their trial either started today or it's starting tomorrow. Did you know that?
Ooh, I did not.
It's gonna get spicy.
Let's see.
I don't know. What do you think is gonna happen, dude?
I think nothing's gonna happen to Tory. Nothing's gonna happen to her. This is just gonna be
not if I have to say anything about it. Nothing's gonna happen to Tory.
Nah, dude. I mean, I don't know. I really, I want to watch it. If it happened today, let me see if if I find it on the internet. It should be on the internet or some shit like that.
Well, your favorite internet sensation, Big Ack, has talked about possibly live streaming the court case.
No shit.
Yeah. He was gonna try and do that. I pay attention to all his shit. Which you're Dominican academics.
Yeah.
You do so look like with the hat too. You got the hat on and everything.
Got the tits.
So I know you can't always talk to your doppelganger and
Shut
stuff.
up,
You
man.
know, it's laws of physics. The universe would crumble if you two ever touched.
It's like yin and yang.
Yeah. You can't speak. It affects destiny and fate.
It affects the whole.
It affects the balance of the world.
Saturn's gonna push and move over to the next fucking planet.
Every universe is created with two acts.
We align. Yo, just imagine I'm sitting here and if act is literally right now
tsunamis start crashing, earthquakes start.
Forget about it.
Both acts actually have to be on the North Pole and South Pole. So the fact that you're even here doing this podcast really means a lot to me. Because he's risking the destruction of the world.
You'll survive.
Yeah.
All of you will die.
Thank you.
But you'll survive.
Thank you.
Let's move on, man.
But yeah, no, they're gonna be doing the trial, and this is a very, very interesting thing because it's so weird, I think, especially because when it comes to all this Me Too stuff or whatever the fuck is going on with all that different type of shit, it's like something will happen and then it just kind of goes away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that person isn't still judged or ostracized. They are,
mm-hmm.
but it goes out of the headlines. But because this is an actual court case, as things should be when they get to these types of things,
right.
It's ongoing. It's like, dude, this started when we were still in lockdown.
Yeah.
When we were in lockdown, I wasn't able to see you. We hadn't even started this podcast yet.
Yeah.
When this whole shit went down.
It's like 2 years ago then.
Dude, by now it's almost 2 years ago.
Fuck.
And now it's finally coming to a head and it's still not done.
Yo, I just wonder how the general public is going to behave if they find out that Megan was lying.
I don't know. I think it could go one of two ways. I just don't know. I just don't know.
It's gonna be like a different reaction because he's a man and she's a female.
But I think she'll get more sympathy than Amber Heard.
Oh yeah.
Just because there was
she didn't shit on somebody's bed.
She didn't shit on somebody's bed. She didn't physically hit him.
Yeah.
It's just one thing. It's still fucked up to do.
Right.
If she is lying,
mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, and the courts find that she is lying, then all she'll be really accused of or convicted of is lying. So that's fucked up. That could take him away because, honestly, he's up for years, dude. It's gonna be 20 something years, dude.
That's crazy.
It's a crazy amount of time.
Ooh.
So she'll be looked at as a liar. I think there's a lot of people in hip hop who might not really fuck with her that much.
Yeah.
That being said, it all depends on what her white listenership is, because white women are very forgiving of that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I feel. You could discover, you saw with Amber Heard. It's
right.
that Amber Heard shit happens, and there's plenty of women who are like, that's fucked up, that's shitty. And there are white women who are like, that's fucked up, that's shitty. But most of them were just like, well, fuck this. You know what I mean? And I'm still on her side, and this, that, and the third. And I think you're going to have a portion of all women that might be into that when it comes to Megan Thee Stallion.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, I don't know, white chicks are especially just even if she was lying, who gives a shit?
Right.
She's on her side and fuck him, he probably did something wrong.
Right.
So if she has enough of them on her side, I think she'll still be able to sell records and do well. And all that matters is business at the end of the day. So if the business keeps going, she'll be fine.
I mean, because she's been in a lot of shit lately. Like she was just in She-Hulk.
She
was
has.
in a commercial.
She has the mainstream favor, dude.
She was hosting with Jimmy Fallon and shit.
Yeah.
So
yeah. She's
I
there.
think they have to like boost her like celebrity more higher in order for her to be protected. If she's lying, I'm not saying she's lying. I'm not saying she is.
I hope whoever is telling the truth like gets justice. Because who the fuck knows? But yeah, I think if it finds out that the claims that were made were not true, the culture won't really fuck with her.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
The culture won't, but she'll be canceled by us.
Yeah,
but like the white masses, she'll still be able to do a Sprite commercial. You know what I mean?
I doubt it, because I don't think people are gonna want to endorse somebody that was trying to like put an innocent man into jail, because that's what's going to happen. Like if people keep actually doing business with her, then these companies, people are gonna start questioning these companies. You're gonna have like the masses, which is gonna be the individuals who disagree. You know, like with her, who do not take her side and shit like that. They're gonna go after these companies. We've seen it many times with like different celebrities. True. Think about Chris Brown, right? Let's think about Chris Brown with the whole shit with him and Rihanna. Remember, he had the double mint gum whole thing on him, right? He did the whole commercial and everything. They took that shit down when that whole shit happened. And what happened? Chris Brown just shut it up for a little while. Started making fucking albums that were like 43 tracks in, and people loved him again. So I think that's what's gonna happen. If she's lying, she's gonna lose all her endorsements and everything. And she's probably never gonna be able to make a Sprite commercial ever again. But she's going to like probably just keep making great music,
and she'll pop off
again.
But then that whole thing though is, I think that just goes into like, I think people are gonna have to really admit, and the industry's gonna have to really admit, if she's talented or not, because she's fit into so many paradigms. She checks all these different boxes that allowed her to be famous. She's fucking gorgeous. You know what I mean? She has a great ass. You know, like it's crazy. She's not afraid to be very, very sexual,
right?
Which is something that fits the ratchet rapper girl image that's out right now. Which also, by the way, might not exist 5 years from now.
Right.
It might take a back seat. You know what I mean? And I think that's the thing. Like once this happens, like if Tory's guilty, then he's gonna go away. But if he's not guilty, you're right. She'll probably step away, step back, and in between that time, you just have to hope that the vibe of what female music doesn't change, because she might be stuck into it, because she's very, very much in that
lane. Whole
and she's not that good of a rapper. Like Nicki has bars. I don't really like Nicki that much.
No,
but she has bars.
Right.
Like these other women, they don't have bars.
They talk about the same shit.
They talk about this. It's not even that though, but it's like they don't really talk about the same shit even that well. And then they have all these different writers. So it's just like, once you take away the things that make them
who they are
now, you know what I mean? Or that brought them to prominence, like the writers and stuff, will they still have it?
Yeah, they wouldn't have it.
You know,
in reality, they wouldn't.
So it's like you got to ask yourself that. So I think that's the biggest thing.
I mean, there's crazy females out there with like crazy bars. You know, Rhapsody. I love Rhapsody.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
but you know, Meg's not really.
They're not. I mean, come on, like she made a whole diss track and everything, and even in the diss track, she was just still talking about like, this nigga's gonna eat my pussy, and I'm gonna throw it back on this, and fuck you, nigga, this and that, you know, that type of shit. And it's just like, I heard this before,
and it is also like sex symbol type shit, and you got to realize that although women are your main market, men are also your market too. You got to entice them, and if you get caught lying about this type of thing, a lot of men aren't gonna.
They're not gonna fuck with you.
They're not really gonna fuck.
I mean, but just think about what happened when Tory Lanez was initially like accused of this shit. A lot of people in the industry just like they backed off.
They deaded him,
and they even told him, and he said it himself. He was like, "Yo, I had rappers that were telling me like, yo, I understand you're going through this shit, but just know that I have to step away.
I can't touch
like,
you.
You know, you can't touch them because these people got to protect their celebrity.
Yeah,
but their fame, but." I don't know. I really don't know. I want to see how this shit plays out, because there's like 4 or 5 different stories. And at the fact of the matter is, it's the judge who has to decide whether or not he believes, which one he believes.
Exactly.
So, and the jury.
So who knows? But you know, let's take it from this crime to another crime. Tell us a little bit about what's going on in Nigeria.
Yo,
something about smuggling donkey dicks.
Yeah. So
can you elaborate?
Shout outs to Nigeria and China. Like, you guys basically you brought Breaking Bad into like existence, but without drugs.
There's some narco
well,
shit.
There's drugs in it. But so basically, Nigeria is selling like thousands and thousands of donkey dicks to China.
Props to Nigeria for like always having a little come up. You know,
Yeah.
they started with the Nigerian prince shit. That was a
With
golden
the emails.
scam.
Oh,
That was
the emails
that was the
another one.
Tupac hit 'em up of
Yeah.
all internet scams.
Hell yeah.
Now you're out here smuggling donkey dicks for Chinese, what is it, holistic medicines.
Holistic medicine, donkey dicks and donkey skin. And the funny thing is how they found out. It was like when it was crossing through the borders, the main dude that's in charge of that, he was smelling. He was like, "Wait, something doesn't smell right."
Yeah.
And it's just like, cause
Didn't he say it was this is how they smuggled it, which I think is fucking hilarious. The way they smuggled it was they labeled it cow private parts.
no, they labeled it. It wasn't even cow private parts. It was like cow meat.
Cow meat.
So they,
okay.
they thought that they were getting a bunch of like burgers
Oh, okay.
and
yeah,
steaks and shit.
Well, you can still
And
cook
then
that
they
up.
was like, "Wait a minute."
Get a couple wieners.
No, matter of fact, it was. Yeah, it was like cow vagina or some
Yeah, it
shit
was
like
like
that.
cow- it was
That's
like
what
cow-
it was. Because
It
that
said
shit,
cow private parts.
yeah,
And then he smelled it and he was like, "That doesn't smell like cow pussy."
exactly.
Basically, in layman's terms, you know,
Oh
my
my gosh.
Mandarin is a little rough, but he goes, "That doesn't smell."
He said it
that
doesn't smell like cow pussy.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
smell
what
like
it was.
cow's private parts. And so he investigated
Oh my
and
gosh.
found out a bunch of donkey.
No, but the
dicks.
funniest thing is that he opened the bag and he knew that it was like a penis, but he was like, "Let me really see if this is a cow
Yeah.
penis."
He had to taste it first.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, let me test this. Let me
Wait, let me see how far down I could go, because
test
I
this
know how
out.
far
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
He's just like, "Oh,
yeah.
that's too small. This is not." Imagine he just was waving it. This isn't a cow dick, and the whole shit is just flopping
Yeah.
everywhere.
mean,
Isn't a cow dick.
A donkey
What is
dick.
this?
A donkey dick is at least 12 inches.
Imagine that. Like, take the shit away.
Yeah. Right.
He just fucking sucking on his fucking fingers.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah. Puts
And
it
it was
in,
another bag.
puts it in some wax paper for leftovers.
And it was, they called it, and it was like they found it in 16 sacks. They found
Yeah.
7,000 donkey dicks
Yeah.
in 16 sacks.
Yeah.
That is fucking hilarious. How do you fit 7,000
I know.
donkey dicks?
That's 6,999 more than I have at home. That's a lot of donkey dicks.
Oh my gosh. And it's all for holistic medicine. China, what fucking medicine are you making that you need a donkey's dick and donkey skin? Like, what is
The best kind of medicine.
You imagine like fucking like they go to the lab where they fucking like are collecting these dicks and these skins, and then once you open up, it's like Dove cream.
Yeah, right.
And, you know,
Axe body spray.
Axe body spray.
Shit, that'd be hilarious.
Just imagine putting a donkey dick under your arms and shit.
Hell yeah.
Oh
man.
my gosh! Imagine a donkey dick does smell like Axe body spray.
It's probably some weird like aphrodisiac shit. I mean, you ever go to like one of those like Chinese markets and shit, and
I've
they have like
seen one
the
in
bottled like
Chinatown.
ginseng and just a bunch
Yes.
of other like supplements like roots and like
Yeah, different
water
roots.
that are like pickled and
Yeah,
shit like
yeah.
that. So it's like, bro, they
There was
they
like
use that
dried up
shit.
animals and shit and insects.
Yeah, like
I
dried up
did see one.
seahorses and
Yeah,
shit.
in Chinatown. Yeah,
Niggas
seahorses.
get crazy out there, bro.
Dude, in Chinatown, yeah. niggas get
Gobbling
crazy out
donkey
there.
dicks out in these streets. This shit is crazy.
Donkey dicks, bro.
I thought you guys were supposed to be communists. I thought they were supposed to be leading with an iron fist. But apparently the civilians are out chomping on donkey dicks.
Because it would prolong your life.
Yeah,
That's why
right.
they're doing it. Somebody told them, like,
It's like-
you need to, not to this.
Doesn't that tank your social credit score? You would think that, like, you're like, oh, this guy munches on donkey dicks all day. He can't ride the train. He can't get a mortgage. This guy's crazy.
No, it would be reversed. If you do get a donkey dick, you're the shit. But but this is the craziest thing about it because
Just imagine you go on like a date and it's like Lady and the Tramp. You get a
Oh
plate
my
of donkey
gosh,
dicks and you
donkey-
slurping it.
that is fucking disgusting. No, but dude, it's funny because like they actually started investigating this because like donkeys are on the verge of being extinct in Nigeria. So basically,
Really?
like somebody was counting donkey heads and shit, and they're like, "Wait a minute, something's happening. Like, why aren't there so much donkeys here anymore?"
Dude.
You know what I mean? And it's all because of China. Oh,
Wow, dude.
China.
I just love that
China.
there's like
You see, Trump was right.
Yeah,
Trump
dude.
was right. China.
I just love that there is a bunch of fucking triple D's out there, donkey dick detectives, man. Just fucking getting to the bottom of it. Just like some dude, just like an old like fucking noir film, you know.
Hell yeah.
You know, private investigator.
Tracy?
Yeah. You know, it's black and white. He's
Call
like,
it all up. Johnson is They're in a
This
fucking
city's
a coffee shop.
disgusting.
The city's disgusting. I was just down by Umbaku's farm, and I noticed that there's a couple of donkey heads missing.
In walks.
And then he starts shaking them. Where are the donkeys, man? Where are the donkeys? I do not know nothing. I don't know nothing. I do not know what you're talking about. Where's the donkeys? He starts beating the shit out the guy until he fucking no. Jing Sung basically is doing this, and that. Like, god damn, like what the fuck?
In walks a dame.
There's a fucking donkey. It's a triple D.
A donkey dick thief stole her husband's donkey
A
dick.
DDT. He's running away from a DDD. Oh shit!
Jesus Christ!
Oh,
man,
all right,
you thought America was fucked up.
Fuck that, man.
You know what I mean? Jesus Christ!
Shit. I mean, it's just there's more like animal news.
And here's the thing, though. Let me just one last question, one last poll for you. So, what would you rather prefer, school shootings or donkey dick thieves? If you had to choose,
I mean,
swamp.
bringing them DDTs, baby. Bringing them DDTs. Bro, donkey dick thieves. Bring them in, man. Bring them fucking in.
Back 'em in.
God damn.
Bring on the donkey dicks.
Oh man, but if a donkey dick does like prolong your life by like 20 more years, and you still have your youth,
Yeah, dude.
would you eat it?
Dude, I'm 600. I've been eating donkey dicks since I was born, baby.
Oh goddamn, man, that was funny.
I was in ancient Egypt.
Yo, but talk about the raccoon news that you was telling me about.
This shit is wild, man. We were just talking about it. Apparently, a woman in North Dakota. This is our wacky white people news of the week. Apparently, a woman in North Dakota.
Wacky, I like that.
Right?
Wacky white people news of the week. Yeah.
Wacky white news of the week. Nice little segment. Just thought of that.
Shit.
Apparently, a woman in North Dakota whose ethnicity we will not disclose here decided to bring her pet raccoon into a local bar, and supposedly the raccoon, got a little rambunctious apparently, and the whole entire bar had to be given notice for rabies.
Whoa, hold on, wait. Okay, I thought the woman only caught rabies.
No. I don't know if anybody specifically caught rabies, but I guess the raccoon lost it and kind of attacked a few people. Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah. To be fair, he was an outdoor raccoon, not an indoor raccoon. And people need to think about that stuff. If only raccoon owners would understand that.
But nobody cared. The raccoon came in foaming from the mouth.
Yeah.
Nobody really cared. They're like, no.
Foaming from the mouth, talking shit. You're like, yeah, I shot PnB Rock. Yeah, I shot that nigga.
I smoked those donkey dicks. It was me. It was me. Like, what the fuck?
I'll shoot a nigga right now.
What up?
Yeah. So apparently, some shit happened.
Gosh,
but yeah, now they're all under rabies warning, which is it's nice, because in America I feel like we focus too much on the future, too much on innovation, but it's nice to just bring things back to the past a little bit. Keep things old school, right? There's all this innovation, all these new inventions. Bring it back to the old school,
old school days when you brought rabid animals to like public places.
That's what I'm saying. Yes. Bring back rabies, baby. I mean,
fucking rabies. I haven't heard from rabies in a long time.
Right? Everybody loves old school.
Yeah.
Nas dropped a new album a couple months ago. Polio is making a comeback.
Polio.
Who doesn't like that?
What the fuck is going on?
Hello,
man?
New York City. Polio is back.
Polio is back, bro.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's like one of the like diseases I would never fucking want in life. I seen this documentary with like the only man who still has polio. Mm-hmm. It's called like The Man with the Iron Lung.
Yeah.
And man, like, who the hell? That shit destroys your fucking body completely.
It completely, yeah. It's crazy the way it fucks you up, bro. Like,
but it makes you realize, like, let's talk about vaccination now. Mm-hmm. Vaccination is actually like a good thing.
Yeah.
It's scary because people are saying, no, if you inject me with that, you're injecting the virus in me. I get it. But your body has to like fight this disease, this virus, some way or another. And
we also really wouldn't be here in the amounts that we're here if it wasn't for vaccines. I understand when people talk about the certain, pandemic vaccine and all that type of stuff. Totally understandable. That one was made very, very hastily and stuff like that. I have the vaccine. I know plenty of other people that have the vaccine. But if you have an opposing opinion with that, I understand it.
Yeah.
That being said, nigga, polio was here and then it was gone. Okay.
And now
now it's dropping diss tracks.
Shit.
Okay. Now
It's dropping diss tracks.
you know, now it's like Shia LaBeouf. It's coming back. And it's like Welcome Back tour. It's like Louis. It's starting to tour. You know, it's going on podcasts. It's dropping movies. We're like, we thought you were dead. He's like, nigga,
Nope.
no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I just won a Grammy. Listen, as somebody who doesn't trust the government and I don't like authority, there are certain things that we need to rein in a little bit.
Yeah, man.
You know, I mean, the world has gone through plenty of awful things like that happened with the pandemic and stuff like that. We've been through this type of stuff before, and there is a reason to listen to people sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay? You know?
It's true. I mean, it's true. I mean, you know, you have the thing about it is that since the age of the internet, like when the internet really started, and
everybody thinks they're an expert.
Social media is just everybody has their opinion, and then you can go on YouTube and type in somebody that agrees with what you agree with, and all that does is just put the battery in your back a lot more, and then you're gonna start spewing either good things or bad things.
I also think too, it's a symptom of being an American and living in America. It's like our history.
There's no trust in it. You can't.
Well, it's not just that. I think our entire history collectively, right? It's like if you look through the history books, America is always somebody where it's like something was going on. We said no. We stated our opinion and we stood our ground, and then we ended up winning somehow. You know what I mean? And that's what, like, you know.
But then what caused that no? That's what I was trying to say. It's basically something happened. A group of people were like, no. Then like the government basically came through full force, did what they had to do. Now people don't trust America, and now that's why like you have these laws and everything that's in place.
I get, but I feel like you're. I'm just saying. I'm not saying like I'm not talking like vaccines. I'm talking like the Revolutionary War. I'm talking about like social like.
I'm talking about even that in general.
Yeah, I'm saying like, you know, you have like the civil rights movement. You have like, you know, people like Harriet Tubman. You have all these like independent people throughout history, and I think that messes with people's minds a little too much. Where yes, those things were done for social justice or for real change, but now we use it whenever we just have an opposing thought. And we think, I want to be like that person. I want to be like Frederick Douglass. You know, it's like with Kyrie Irving. Oh, he's the next Muhammad Ali. That's what I'm saying. It's like that thing of like, I want to be the tastemaker who ends up finding independence and freedom for everybody. So now we just take whatever dumb idea we had in our mind and we just shove it down everybody else's throat.
Yeah.
You know? And then on top of not trusting the government because of certain things, it compounds. It's multiple shit.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you know, that I understand what you mean, man. So like, you know, with this whole polio thing that's occurring, like, you know, I studied when I was in college and everything. I was studying to become a nurse and everything. Still probably might do, who knows. But my whole thing is like, you know, reading on polio and what polio did, and you know, watching these documentaries. Gross. Nobody will want it. No, listen. If there's a vaccine and it's coming out, I'm taking it.
Yeah.
I do not want that. Coming from a person who has asthma, and it's not severe asthma, just a slight bit of asthma, I'm taking that vaccine.
I mean, let's be real. Like, yo, not for nothing, you know, one of my best friends and shit, like, his dad was immunocompromised with the COVID shit and everything. And his dad was a huge, like, Tucker Carlson, Fox News. Shit. Like, the disease isn't even real. Like, I'm not getting, you know, the fucking vaccine or anything. And he's the key person. Like, me or you, like, we should, maybe we shouldn't. That's up to us.
Right.
But he's the type of person who's had, like really bad hospital problems before. Jeez. And he never got the vaccine. And then he got COVID and he died very swiftly.
Fuck, man.
And that's real shit. So it's like, you also have to understand that in the context of all that type of stuff. It's like, yeah, it's like maybe you don't want to take the vaccine, but are you someone that needs the vaccine or are you just a regular person?
Right.
You know, so to each his own. Just, you know, decide what's good for yourself.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, man, let's just try to keep it a little lighter.
Yeah.
This shit got deep. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty fucking sure because you know how the algorithms are and everything. On
they're
this
gonna tank
episode
this.
On YouTube. No, on YouTube it's gonna be that one thing on the bottom where it says, you know, for more research on COVID.
Yeah.
Yo, I kid you not. Yo, shout out to my boy Kels. I remember when This was back in in 2020. He started like posting on Instagram talking about, yo, I ain't taking the vaccine, man. I ain't doing it. This and that. That's
Canceled
the
his
government
ass.
going in, right? So then little by little, he started posting videos all the time. And next thing you know, like on the bottom, that's how you saw, like,
Yo.
for real facts, please go visit this.
That's hilarious.
Yo, and then he started tagging that shit on
Trolling
all
him.
his videos. Yo,
That's
I
so-
was fucking cracking up. Like, yo, man, the
Bro.
government's watching you, my nigga.
That's what-
Like, you better stop right now.
Well, that's even a good thing too, like to bring up. Like, how do you feel about all that type of stuff, like Twitter and Instagram, like being able to just delete people's accounts? Because at first I used to be like, you know what, that's kind of good. People want to say crazy shit, blah blah blah. But then, as someone who's made more stuff and everything too, as like a content creator, and just like we live in this world now where like it's almost like, I don't know, social media is almost like a utility, like electricity or like water. Like I feel it's like almost everybody has a right to it.
Right.
Because you got to think about it. It's almost like freedom of speech should extend to there too. It's your virtual body and
Okay.
your personal body. I just think you should have to pay the consequences. You shouldn't be able to be anonymous.
But you see, the thing about it is that, with the internet and everything, back in the days, whenever you had something to say, you'd say it within a certain group of people, But now I can say something, make it a fucking reel on Instagram, and it's just gonna be out there and numerous. And like what I was telling you, I made a video, like a reel just like today and everything, and I had people liking my shit.
Yeah.
And I don't even know who these people are. Like, that's how that shit works, because now you're not just spreading it like within this one little small community that you have. It's all over the world. Once it's on the internet, it's on the internet. That's
You're right.
it. So I get that one part, the whole freedom of speech shit. I'd say this. Just say what you believe in to a certain extent. You don't want to say too much because people you'll probably be like a red dot.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to start paying attention to you.
No, it's true.
And you're probably going to start like bringing in a certain crowd that you don't want around you.
I think that's the main thing to really think about and listen to is like, are the things you're saying, are they going to give you the crowd that you really want? Because I personally think you should be allowed to pretty much say whatever you want on like Twitter and Instagram and shit, and people have the right to follow you
Right.
or not follow you. Because my whole thing is just that, like, I get exactly what you're saying, where it's like you can put all this shit and all these people watch it, and yeah, certain people like Andrew Tate, right? That dude who's like blown up right now. He's hilarious, but he got
banned.
He got banned and everything, and it's like, yeah, you look at somebody like that and you're like, oh yeah, who gives a shit? And the average person gonna be like, good, fuck that guy. And I kind of agree with that. He's an idiot, but he's hilarious. But he's an idiot. Okay, but
I kind of want him still like on social
I do,
media
a
just so I
little
can
bit.
laugh at him.
I know exactly.
Because everybody just knows that you're a fucking idiot. So let's look at the class clown.
But my problem is that like it's almost a slippery slope. It starts with Andrew Tate, and then it goes into anybody who they might find displeasing in any real way, and thus all these companies like kind of can mold whatever the voice of the nation is, and that's what I'm saying. And it's like freedom of speech fits everything. It's like, I know it is a private company, but now these private companies are such a part of what the American social infrastructure is, that they shouldn't be allowed to just take somebody off the face of the earth.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what it is, bro. That's what the social. You sign up for social media, just know that you are gonna be monitored 24/7 out. There's no privacy.
Oh yeah.
Privacy does not exist once you have social media, and that's it. And one thing I want to say about Andrew Tate, I think he was just trying to be like the next Kevin Samuels, but then it just backfired on him.
It just totally backfired.
Kevin Samuels was like way better than you, motherfucker.
Kevin Samuels has like swag,
class and swag.
like,
all you did was just like
Andrew
just
Tate's
hate people.
Andrew Tate's an MMA fighter, and I still feel like I could beat him up.
What the fuck?
He just has that like vibe. You know, that types of corny dudes.
Yeah.
You just seem like a bitch. Like the reason you learned to fight is because you're a bitch.
Yeah.
And you used to get beat up all the time.
Oh my gosh.
That's the only reason.
I've seen a video of him. Like, he loves to talk about like gay people this, men are feminine and all this other shit. Meanwhile, you have the most feminine walk that I've ever seen. This dude walks with his shoulders out, just strutting like this. Waist is moving. Somebody was recording him, and I was just like, yo, this dude is probably like secretly trying to hide something. Dude, if you're gay, you're gay. Just say it,
Bro, and then
whatever.
But no,
but I don't even think the gay community wants him. Like, yo, fuck that. Yo, gay community, fuck Andrew Tate.
Yeah, don't take
if he
Andrew
tries
Tate.
to fucking say that he's there, I'm here and I'm queer, whatever. If he says that shit, bruh. Keep him out of that circle.
Denounce them, man.
Denounce that, man.
But I will say it's just so funny. You see all these people, especially these like kind of men's rights guys and stuff, get taken down all the time.
Yeah.
And it's just like those dudes. I think because you see some of their clips and it's like you guys have half of the equation right. You know what I mean? Teaching men to be have accountability for themselves. Not curl up in a ball and just be defeatist.
Right.
All that stuff is good. These are all things that I think a lot of young men definitely need because they might not have a father in the house. And also too, like the world now is kind of trying to be projected through like a world of femininity, which is fine, but there's plenty of people on the masculine side who might need a little bit of more of a nudge or feel like they need a helping hand and somebody that understands them. Where you guys go too far is when you say all these crazy things about women and and basically that she's a servant. It's like, no, this is wrong,
Yeah.
It's
funny,
He's the type of Andrew Tate's the type of guy who gets pegged. Like low key. He gets pegged. He wears heels and shit in bed.
Oh man.
Like you remember that Oscar De La Hoya photo?
Yeah.
Like, Andrew Tate's the type of nigga who get caught in some shit like that.
Shit
yeah.
And says that, oh yeah, I was just like role playing with my wife.
Bro,
sure. Yeah.
He better hope he doesn't say the wrong thing or else he's going to have some ex-girlfriend be like, yeah, and I was in that booty hole just last week.
Andrew Tate is definitely a power bottom.
Right.
He's definitely a power bottom.
He's a lioness.
A lioness. Oh, man. Talk about power bottoms. I don't even... This man might be a potential power bottom. I don't even know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yo. Hold on. Matter of fact, you do this because I know you read the article, and oh man, the way you explained it was pretty funny.
Okay,
with this whole chess champ guy.
Well,
talking about power bottom, right?
Yeah. This is the segment where we like to talk about intellectual things. You know what I mean? And because we like to take our viewers and our listeners to a higher level of enlightenment here on this podcast.
Yes.
You saw we've talked about a lot of different things, right?
Correct.
We've talked about Florida teachers who look busted as fuck. We talk about Andrew Tate getting his booty hole play with. We talk about rabies, polio,
and how we might potentially fuck Mewtwo.
I mean, how we might fuck Mewtwo because she got them things.
She got them things.
They got them things.
They got them things.
Okay.
Oh God.
And there's another person we'd like to add to the intellectual list, and this dude, he is the reigning chess champion in the world right now. Actually, he's a 19-year-old man who goes by the name of Ed Neiman, and he just defeated chess champion Magnus Claremont for number one. Yeah, I know.
The fucking name.
Oh, beautiful names. Beautiful names.
What
Don't
the
these
fuck?
sound like chess
They
players?
sound like chess players.
I mean, it might as well just be Benedict Cumberbatch. It's like I don't even fucking know.
I just imagine both of them with a monocle and like the illest mustache, like the wild mustache. Like, my good fellow, I'm going to take this move right now. Like, will you allow me? Sure.
Charles Longfellow.
Charles Longfellow.
Joshua Middle Earth.
Bartholomew Masterhoff.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, so Neiman defeated Magnus, which is a beautiful victory. Great for the young man
With his intellect, right?
With his intellect, and some say a little bit more. Some say a little bit more.
Did he get a nudge? Or?
Not really a nudge, more like a poke. Yeah. They've been accusing this man of cheating, and you might think it'd be something like cue cards.
Okay. So someone was poking him on his shoulder.
Poking him a little lower than that.
His rib cage?
A bit lower than that.
His belly button?
Let's go a little bit more south of the border there. They were poking him in the old Andrew Tate. If you know what I mean. The old Andrew Taint. No pun intended. Okay. Supposedly he was. People have been speculating that this young man was using vibrating anal beads during the competition. And I just want to say, good on him. Good on this guy for doing what it takes to win. You know, there's a lot of men out here who don't want to step up. They don't want to be an alpha, and that's what being an alpha.
That's what you call commitment.
That's what you call going after what you want.
Lord.
He has the Mamba mentality. Okay.
Yo, hold on. My whole thing is, what's controlling these anal beads? Like, it couldn't have just been him.
A very, very good friend.
God dang.
Someone he met on a Saturday night.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
I'm just what I'm imagining is almost like a sitcom, you know, when they have the earpiece in the ear.
Right.
So then anal beads up the ass, and there's like, you know, a van outside with like TVs and someone's in it, you know, and they're just like doing Morse code to this guy's butthole.
Oh my God.
You know, Queen takes Rook, you know. But yeah, this guy, he was using the old eye of the tiger, you know, being a real power bottom.
I imagine like they found out that he
taking
was
twerking to a new level.
They probably found out he was actually cheating using anal beads because every time he made a move, he like moaned a little bit.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Oh.
Well, rumor has it he wasn't actually gonna use the anal beads, but then his donkey dicks got lost in shipping. He had to go with what he had, you know?
Oh, God. Yo, man. I just imagine, like, he won and everything. He gets 7. Like, this whole backside is just wet. Once he checkmated, he came, like, oh.
The next guy's like, it's all sticky.
My good fella, wow, you really enjoy this game, don't you?
Sound like Butters. Yeah, it's all sticky.
It's all sticky. Hey, man. Yo, man.
These kids, man.
Yo, shout out to Elon Musk though, because Elon Musk actually like really like made fun of the whole thing.
He did have a great quote.
Man, we're gonna put the quote up because I honestly forgot the whole thing.
He did have a great
but oh my gosh, man, Elon Musk. Shout out to Elon Musk for being on the internet and just being like, you know, like alert on what's going on everywhere. I love people like that because, you know, he's a man of like a high tier and everything.
No, totally.
But he still has like a comedian about him.
Oh yeah, he's hilarious.
And he's still like.
I'm gonna look up this quote.
Yo, look up this quote, man.
This shit is hilarious. This dude, shout out to Elon Musk, the richest troll ever. I love it.
I thought Tekashi was something. Elon Musk, man.
Yeah, this nigga is ruthless. All right, he writes in a since deleted tweet. Musk tweeted an adapted version of a quote from philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer, writing, "Talent hits a target no else can hit. Genius hits a target no one else can see, cause it's in your butt."
Shout out to that philosopher, whoever he was.
And this man is almost a trillionaire.
Oh my God.
This is the man who's gonna save humanity.
God damn, bro.
And he jokes about butt stuff. I love it. Like I said, he is the poor man's rich man.
Going to the, you know, to space.
Yeah.
Hello.
There we go.
God damn, man. Elon Musk, man, you do have haters also.
Oh, he does. I mean, so, you know, speaking of just like trolling, I wanted to talk about how I was watching fucking YouTube today, and Ford put out a new commercial.
Right.
Just relentless. Like, I love how now, because like basically social media has turned us all into savages.
Right.
There's no more nuance. People don't give a shit about anything anymore. It's all about embarrassing people and talking shit. We have no decorum. No one of any level, from the upper class to the lower class, has any class at all. You know, so these people in the commercial are just ruthless, and it starts off black and white. And they go, they go, nowadays, everything's about being loud and who's the most innovative and having the loudest voice in the room. And when things go wrong, they just hop in their rocket ship and go into space.
Wow.
It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. It's like, we were just talking about diss tracks. It's like, can this be any more fucking transparent?
That is fucking hilarious.
It's like, Jesus. You might as well have just wrote, we all hate Elon Musk, right? Come to Ford.
Come to Ford.
If you don't want your CEO dancing all in the videos, and,
right.
You know, acting like he's cool, come to Ford. That's all you had to say.
Hold on. So this must be because I think Ford is like, they announced that they're making a whole new line of electric vehicles.
Yes,
right?
they are making a whole new line of electric vehicles.
Okay.
They're trying to take over the whole electric realm and stuff like that.
Yo, Pusha T, look what you did.
Yeah,
Look
man.
what you did. You see, you did the whole Arby's against Filet-O-Fish and McDonald's, and you encouraged fucking Ford to make a diss track.
Now you started a turf war, my guy.
Damn, man.
You started a turf war, bro.
That's just gonna be mad funny, bro. Just seeing a lot of these like companies just going at it and now saying names and shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, drop names, man.
Bro, can
I
you
love the
imagine?
dirt.
Could you
Drop the
imagine
fucking
if Elon Musk stabbed the Ford CEO in a nightclub? And he gets Shine to take the rap.
Sean doesn't know why he's going back into
what
jail.
the fuck? Why am I going back?
God damn.
Why does every CEO blame me for stabbing a nigga?
Leave Shine alone. Leave him alone.
He converts to Islam this time. He's like, you know what? I thought being a Jew would help me. Fuck this shit. I'm switching over.
Man. God damn,
This shit is wild, man. So yeah, bro, just know, man, like all these motherfuckers, all these CEOs, all these people in the government, they don't know shit. They're all savages. They're all crazy people. I don't know what's going on with this world, but I'm just glad we have a podcast that can document it all.
Hell yeah. We bring this shit to you guys because we love y'all.
Yeah. And because this is fucking entertaining for us, and we love talking shit.
Yeah,
so,
man. I love it. I love it.
This has been a great time,
This
man.
has been, man.
Right. And guys, just remember, stay safe out there, and try not to get rabies.
Yeah.
This has been the False Prophets Podcast. I'm Phil Risden.
I'm Manny Perez.
Peace. Hell yeah.
Damn. You can't. Hello. You can't call while I'm recording. All right, but